Well, hey folks, beautiful day again. Cold this morning. It's probably upper 20s. Gonna get into the lower 30s today. My initial plan was to bring the canoe and paddle down through the river here and find a place to camp and so on, but they're calling for 20 to 25 mile an hour sustained winds in the morning, so I passed on that. It's already cold enough. It would have brought it down about 10 degrees. I don't want to be paddling the river when it's so cold. A little dangerous, so we're just gonna walk down through here. We got a spot way down there to check out that I saw on Google Maps. So let's head down there and see if we can find a spot that will pay to set up the sluice and do some work. All right, let's do it. I'm still heading downstream, but I wanted to show you this old bridge embankment here, or whatever the word is. Embankment? I'm not sure, but you know what I mean. Can see the old stacked stone there. Let me get above this log. I'd walk out further, but the water's too deep for my waders. So there's the top of it, and the road went out that way over to the modern road that's there. The road's not there anymore. Cross the river right there. There wasn't a lot of works here because it's mostly bedrock, but the road crossed right over there. Then there's a small little valley that went up over the hill. That road is now a seasonal road. Cool piece of old history right here. I tried getting permission to metal detect around this before, and the landowners told me no. Not sure why, just because that's their right to, I guess. So let's keep heading downstream. I haven't seen a lot of good areas to pick around for gold, so let's go down to that spot where the map looks better and try it down there. Nice day. Still only probably 30 degrees, but it's beautiful out. Piece of history right there. I'm standing up on top of the old bridge now, and you can see the old bridge works there. All the stone's still in good shape here on the downstream side, but what I forgot to mention was before these bridges were here, this was the first one that was built, and the other one I began filming on that you saw. Well, when the first settlers came, they came down over the hill here, over through the woods, and that must have been quite a trek in itself, just building enough road to get your carriage through, because there wasn't any roads then. It was all trails, Indian trails and animal trails. So they got to the river here and they didn't have a boat, so they had an old feed trough with them, and they loaded a couple people in at a time, and across the river they came. If I remember right, what I read was it was pretty much in the middle of winter when they did that. So you can imagine the turmoil and the tough times just getting out here. And I believe the ones that first settled here were the ones that were sanctioned by the state of New York to build the first state road from this area all the way over to Tompkins County in Ithaca. And if I remember right again, the road was supposed to be built to Ithaca, but the builder of the road actually found it to be more appealing in the town of Ludlowville, and he built the road to there, and the state told him that they weren't going to pay him for that because that's not what they hired him to do. So he ended up continuing the road over to Ithaca. But just a piece of history. And I love old history. Maybe I'll ask these folks again. Maybe they'll give me permission to come out here and poke around with a detector. We'll see sometime. Alright, let's keep trucking. We made it down to kind of in the area we wanted to be. It was a little tough going. I didn't want to walk on anybody's property, so I tried staying in the river, and it's deep on that outside edge there. I had to kind of get on their land, but they didn't shoot at me, so I guess we did all right. Now on Google Maps, it does look a little different than what it is right now. But this area here has been really tore up by the river in the last floods in the past 20 years or so. And the river isn't quite sure which way it wants to go right now, so creating all these little channels, which creates more gravel bars. There is a piece of it that goes down around through there. I barely got across there. A little deep. I only got hip waders on. But I'm going to poke around here, find a spot that looks like it might hold some gold, and take some test pans and see what we can find. Hopefully we can find a spot to set up the sluice, or a spot to work that holds enough gold so we can set up the sluice and make it worth it. So let's do that. Let's poke around with the pan and see if we can find a spot that holds some gold. Yeah, I'd say it's a little cold out. Just a little. Beautiful day though, that sun is shining. I've taken test pans all over the place. Minimal amount of black sand and absolutely no gold. I did find one little tiny garnet. I thought that spot might pay off a little bit, but I dug deeper and there was nothing. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll go find a different place to go. Maybe the typical spot on the river, but at least we know now that there isn't any gold down in here. It's not worth coming down here and getting set up. So even on our canoe trip, I guess we'll pass up on this area. So let's find something else to do. Definitely go look for some gold. Let's just find a different area. All right, let's begin to walk back out of here. There's an eagle's nest. Eagle or osprey, but I'm pretty sure it's an eagle. Pretty cool. Well, all right, we came downstream quite a ways. Stopped at this spot here. This is a popular little fishing spot. But kind of looking for the same scenario on the river where we're getting the other gold. And you probably won't be able to see it, but right up there looks like a bank that has some gravels eroded out of it. Car going by, give me a minute. Those nice old sycamores, that's actually my most favorite tree. I think mostly because as the bark peels, they look camouflage, and they're always by water, and I love being on the water. You can see all their nuts on there. But anyway, that bank up there looks like it's shedding gravel, so let's walk up through there and get down in there and see what it looks like. Well, I just saw that bald eagle. I got my camera out, thought I pushed record, and I thought I recorded him going down through there. And he landed on the hillside on the other side of that big sycamore there. He's over there in a tree. We can't really see him through the camera. But then I reviewed the video and saw that I actually pushed record when I thought I pushed stop. So we're gonna hang out for a few minutes. He should come out of that tree eventually, and then I'll try to get him on video. Pretty cool though, bald eagle. Alright, got one coming back down our way. Right by that cloud right there. See him? Bald eagle. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Right over my head. Bald eagle. There wasn't no gold in that other spot, little black sand, so we came up to our old faithful destination here on the river. This is where we normally dig. The water's up quite a bit. We had a couple of inches of rain about a week and a half ago, I'd say. And the cooler weather is helping retain the water levels. It's not evaporating. The ground is pretty well good and wet, so the river's retaining its normal level right now. And as you can see, maybe you can't, but I'll tell you anyway, most of the area we were digging before is now underwater. But we're still going to poke around in here, and we know there's some gold. We haven't found any today, so let's find some gold. Alright, having fun. I can't get that sluice set up down there. Water's too cold to dig in it and get some rocks out to build a dam and stuff. I mean, that water's really cold, and it's starting to cool off pretty good right now, the air temperature. So I decided instead of making buckets to run through the sluice, let's just do a bunch of speed panning, get a bunch of concentrates that way, and take them home, run them through the cleanup sluice. At least maybe we'll get some gold. Now here you can see how high that last water level was. You can see the debris up here, quite a ways up this little beach. So we did have some water, and it's still up. All that bar down there is not even exposed anymore, if you remember that one. Alright, it's getting cold fast. Let's get home. Tomorrow we'll run these cons and see what we get. Okay, had to come over to the grocery store over here by right digging the river. And I'd say I'd made the right choice of not canoeing and camping out. Camping wouldn't have been too bad, but canoeing the river could have been a little dangerous. It's about 20 degrees right now, and about 15 to 20 mile an hour wind, so it might be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Might have been okay floating the river, but there's always that chance you flip over and catch some hypothermia, and that's not always fun. So I think we made the right choice of not canoeing and camping, and so while we're over here, let's not be stupid. We'll just be a little crazy and take a few more quick pans, throw them in our cons bucket, and get them back to the shop later and run that stuff over the cleanup sluice. So let's get out and be a little crazy. 20 degrees, probably with the wind it's about 5 to 10. All right, let's do it. Brr, it's cold. That water is cold. I got my Mitch mittens on, but they're a little wet from yesterday, so my fingers are a little cold. It's cold out, but just wanted to show you the material that we're digging, what we get the gold out of. Just this fine gray material. There's not really any clay in it, but it is kind of brown and dark, a little bit sticky. But that's the stuff that the gold is sitting in. It kind of washes up against this bank, and a lot of the lights wash out and the heavy stay in here. So I don't know, that's about pan number 10, I'd say. We're gonna try to get 10 more before our fingers fall off. So I keep on digging, get 10 more pans, get to the grocery store, make it home, get some heat in the shop, got some firewood to throw inside, and then we'll start running some material. Brrr! Okay, we were here to take 20 pans. I almost gave up at 15. I yelled at myself like a drill sergeant and said, since you were here for 20, you want to give up at 15, you're taking 22. So we got 2 extra. It's cold out though, the wind's blowing. Let's get out of here and get home, all right? Sounds good to me. 22 quick pans in the bucket. Let me show you. We got about a quarter of a bucket, maybe a little bit more. I'll take them home and run them over the cleanup sluice. So let's go get warm. Okay, we got the wood all put away. Ice out of the tank. All set up here. Got my hose hooked up. Ran that for a while. Got all the debris and made sure there was no ice left in there. We got our cons in the bucket here. We'll do some classifying, bigs to littles. We got a bucket already for the bigs. We'll do this and make a bunch of littles and get ready to run them over the sluice. All right. Give me a minute to do that. We got the bigs and we got the littles. It's full of black sand. Of course it's gonna be because I speed panned all this. I don't know, there's probably 35 speed pans there maybe. Alright, did 22 today. Didn't do a lot the other day, so let's start running this stuff. It's probably too much to run all over this cleanup sluice at once, so we'll just run it real slow and keep an eye out for gold and see what happens. Alright, good times, having fun. Alright, we ran some of that last night. It's still in the cleanup sluice. Getting the water thawed out again. A little bit of ice on it. Got some coffee brewing. Gonna put that stuff there in a pan, see what's in it, and continue running. Sounds like fun, huh? Alright, let's do it. Broke our poor spoon. Poor guy, he worked pretty good. For a plastic spoon, you did pretty good, fella. Hey, while we're out here, why don't we take a look at some of these stones? They've just finished all their core stages and they're getting ready for the polishing stages, but look at the purple in that one. That's my favorite one right there. Coming along nice though. Haven't even started polishing them. They're already looking pretty good. Yeah, it's steaming. I washed them with hot water. There's a nice piece of Unakite there. Now what Unakite is, if I remember, the green is an epidote and the red is a feldspar. Feldspar can come in other colors. An epidote comes in different shades, but that's a pretty good piece of it there. All kinds of stuff though. This Jasper isn't really doing what I thought it would. Much too hard. I didn't grind it down enough, but still be nice. That one's cool. Kind of wishing that quartz had been more white, but still pretty cool. Let me try to find one that I think might be an agate. This one right here. Kind of see some banding in there. See it across there, some banding. That could be an agate right there. I believe it is. Not positive. Or partial agate. Anyway, they're pretty cool, huh? We're going to start those in the polishing stage here in a minute. Alright, we got some coffee going. And got that first cleanup done. I'm not sure about that bigger piece there. If that is gold or not. It's acting like it, but it's got kind of the wrong color to it. And I got that one little fly poop there and 2 or 3 little pinpricks. A little bit of gold. Let's take a look at that other one through the loop, and I probably won't be able to show it to you, but let's see if that's gold or not. Alright, I had a look at that with the loop. I can't really tell. It's yellow, dark yellow, like a piece of gold. It's just dirty, so we're gonna mark it up as gold. It acts like gold. It looks like gold, so we're gonna call it gold. Alright, let's keep running. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to show you. Remember I ran all the cons, all the tailings from all the cons, from the rivers and the streams and all the pay dirt I've done, and I was going to extract all the gold over the cleanup sluice. Here it is. My phone doesn't want to focus very good at all today. Let me put some light on it. There, you can see it a little better. There's some tiny stuff in there though. I'm going to put all that in the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Alright. Pretty cool. I mean, we lost it before, but we caught her again. Our black sand around this area is actually purple. Let me see if I can show you. It's actually purple. It's so black it's purple, kind of like Elvis hair. It's actually really pretty. Well, I was just thinking, the first spot we went to, down from the bridge there, where we talked about starting our little canoe adventure. And we didn't find any gold down there, but seeing the lower area, our normal area, being underwater where we typically dig, I think we need to venture back there sometime and check when the water's low and see if we can get in some gold that's below the water level right now. Makes sense to me, right? Makes sense to you? I got her all cleaned up. We didn't get a whole bunch of gold, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this too good or not. Where are we? There's a flake there. Bunch of little tiny pieces, another little flake. I count 10 in there, plus we had 3 or 4 in the other pan and that roly-poly piece. So let's get it all together and get a picture of it, huh? Alright, we got it all together. I know you surely can't see that very good, but I went back again and counted them all. There's 18 pieces. I know they're all small, and a couple good flakes, and that one chunky piece there, which I'm pretty surprised of. If it's gold, I believe it is. Not too bad though, huh? Just for digging some material up, speed pan, and bringing it home. I had fun. Okay, folks, it's about time to end this video. Had some fun though. Went and checked out the river a little bit. Didn't get to go canoeing like in the poll. Everybody suggested I went canoeing. Trust me, I would have loved to, but like I said, I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid, so rather be a little more safe. There's that 1,000 subscriber giveaway goal, about 2.5 grams there. Looks good, huh? Anyway, I had fun on the river. We brought some material home and got a little bit of gold out of it to add to the New York pile. We saw some eagles, pretty cool. So, like, share, subscribe, all that mumbo jumbo, you know the drill, right? Support each other. Check out these channels. I'd like to get some more stickers. Send me your stickers, will ya? Fill up my board. Alright, folks. Until next time, and as always, have fun. Maybe on the next video we'll go through some of these concentrates from the Herkimer Diamond area. I see a piece of one right there. That one right there might be a whole one. Also, I got one of the large mason tubs completely full of material. That'll be fun to go through. Maybe on the next video. Stay tuned.